Hey guys, and it's me, Rick Finish here, or Tim, whatever the hell you want to call me, that's not important anyway. We're here to talk about Forza Horizon 2, and I'm talking ridiculously quickly. Anywho, yeah, so, alright, let's get the first thing straight. I think most of you know that it's coming to Xbox One and 360. We're talking about the Xbox One because that's the only one we really had information on, but I'd be surprised if most of this doesn't apply to the Forza Horizon 2 on, Xbox 360. I'm assuming the driver titles won't, but, most of the other things should. So, alright, first of all, it runs at 1080p, locked 30 frames per second. Make sure that that locked 30 frames per second. Not going to be variable. It's going to be locked so it's smooth. It's going to run properly. It's just going to be locked completely. So we're not going to get any dodgy frames drops or burnt frames or whatever bad things we get. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Next thing, list of cars. Now here's the interesting part. I have a list here about which cars have been confirmed for E3 and which have confirmed for the release. But the funny thing is, there's some of here are the ones not in the screenshots. So and there's some that in the screenshots that are not in here. So I'm going to run down through all the ones I've noticed that have not been said, which should be quite fun. Anyway, so confirmed for the release. If confirmed for E3, Lamborghini Huracan, obviously. Corvette Stingray 2014. So that's interesting. We haven't actually seen it in any screenshots, but that's not really surprising. Nissan GTR. It doesn't say which one, which, I'm assuming it's the black edition that we got in 2013, maybe the 2014 model or something, I guess. But I wouldn't be too surprised if the Skyline made an appearance, that is probably likely to happen in some sort of form. Confirmed for release, Mercedes-AMG SLS. The funny thing is, in one of the screenshots you can actually see a little bit, which I was going to come onto in a minute. Pagani Zonda, I'm assuming the Zonda they mean is the Sync, or the Sync, whatever. I think it's a Sync. I think it's called the Zonda Sync. And yeah, you see it in a screenshot and it looks beautiful and it's great. They didn't really put the whole thing down, so it's a bit gay. Next one is Dodge Viper. When it says Dodge Viper, I assume it means the new Dodge Viper, the one that was in the original Horizon, that was the cover car. Not the old one, although if there is the old one, that's always fun. Just mess around with Dodge Viper, why not? Lamborghini Murcielago, again, doesn't mention which one. I'm assuming the LP674, that was the last generation, like last iteration of Murcielago before they made an Aventador, which is supposed to be in there. I think it should be in here. These are the ones that confirmed for release, obviously. Mitsubishi Lancer 2014, which interesting. I think they mean the Evo, although I have not seen. I think this is still going to be the Evo 10. I'm not 100% sure, unless this is something new that I have not seen being released yet. But I think it's probably the same thing. I think it's probably a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10, which is one of the screenshots again. And Lexus LFA, which has not been in any of the screenshots, which is great. This is reassuring for everyone who loves a black car, because I do. It's a great car. And the Audi S4. Which seems a bit random, really, to just sort of announce that, but whatever. That's not in any of the screenshots either. The cars that are in the screenshots that are not mentioned are the Lamborghini Superleggera, or Leggera, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't. If you read it weirdly, if you read it weirdly, then that's your choice. And the other cars that I've noticed, I think there's an Alpha 8C. It's not too clear. It's red. It's got like this sort of backlight. It looks like an 8C. Personally, or it could be an F12 Berlinette, but I really doubt it's an F12 Berlinette but there is an F12 Berlinette in this game because that is in one of the screenshots. You can just sort of see the black shape. Another car that has not actually been sort of shown, which I actually think is a bit weird, that hasn't been mentioned, is the Subaru WRX STI, which is This should have been mentioned, really. It's in the screenshots. It's in the one with the Evo smashes through the barricades, and it's like, if you see it look right at the end, I thought originally it was an off-road I saw, and like a big SUV or something. I was just zoomed in and I thought, oh no, wait a second, it's a WRX, the 2009 one, the one that's a bit of a hatchback. Well, a bit of a hatchback. It is a hatchback. It classes as a hatchback, so it's great. I love the look of that more than the other Subarus. I like the 4 doors; they look a bit weird. So it's like, we'll take this as the 5 doors. It's great. It's a great car. I love it. And yeah, so that's the list of cars. Now let's go over where it's going to take place. It's going to be, well, I think most of us know it's going to be Southern Europe, specifically Northern Italy, Southern France. And I've checked this. It's like, theoretically, you don't have to go through Switzerland to get there. So if you don't have to go through Switzerland, you have to go down lower through the Alps, which means they have to go through near Monaco, which means we could get the Monaco Grand Prix track as well with it. But Monaco's like some sub-country by itself, which they might sort of cut out because, well, I don't see why they would. I think they'll include Monaco because, come on, it's like it is such an important place, and I think they could just put like a whole Monaco Grand Prix track in there because I think they probably have some of it already done. Like, it would be weird if they don't include it. I would really be very surprised if they said no, we're not including Monaco. I am interested to see how far they go from, let's say, from what part of Italy to which part of France. I really hope. Well, I don't think they're going to go all the way to Paris because that seems to be more north France than south, I guess. But if they do, that'd be great because they could go from Milan to Paris. That'd be great. Like just a whole race down there. But I don't think it's going to be to scale. I think it's going to be downscaled because if you look from like just from Italy to France, like not even from Milan to to Paris, it takes about it's 120. What's about 1,249 kilometers. That's very good statistics there. Yeah. So and so let's be fair. At 270 miles an hour, it's going to take us 5 hours to do that, and yeah, they're not going to do that sort of thing. I'm going to assume they're going to cut out some motorways, put roads in, but they will probably have some of the major cities, and they will probably join them together and make them look nice. I'm assuming that, because it'd be strange if they don't, because you can see like there's like some Italian city. I'm not 100% sure what that is. Although it might even be Monaco. No, I don't think it's Monaco there. Monaco's an Italian style if it's part of France, really, if you want to be really specific about it. But yeah, so that's not 100% sure of what it's going to be. Northern France, Southern Italy, no, Northern Italy, Southern France, and not 100% sure what they're going to throw in there. But it'll be fun to see what the hell they do. What else? I'm just checking to see how much memory it's sapping up because I did set the camera to do less, but anyway, next thing, the music. Big part of Forza Horizon. Seeing this is still the Centre Round Music Festival, I think it's still a bit part here. They've doubled the amount of radio stations. We still get the free basic. I'm assuming it's going to be Horizon Rocks. Pulse, Horizon Pulse, and what was that was the bass as well. I can't remember what it was. Bass Arena, yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, and basically the DJ Rob the Bank, which which made the original Forza Horizon soundtrack, is collaborating on this again. So he's going to be sorting it all out. The great thing is there's going to be still 3 radio stations. Going to be pop, indie rock, and electronica, which although pop wasn't really part of it last time, it was more like there was indie rock and it was kind of rock, I guess. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, let's just see what they do with the pop. Then there's also 3 unannounced labels, one from Los Angeles and 2 from London. They're apparently indie labels, but as far as I know, if you're not announcing them, I'm assuming people have heard of them, so they're not indie actually. So looking actually forward to that. Let's see what they actually bring. I'm not 100% sure what it could be, but it'd be pretty good. I think, seeing we've got more radio stations than overall. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as the information now goes. If there's anything I think I missed, that it's just, yeah, the map is going to be 3 times. It's going to have 3 times the drivable area of normal Horizon. Original Horizon, I think, it's going to have dynamic weather system. If you look at the teaser, we can hear the storm in the background. It's actually really good. Also, there's the particle effects will actually now affect the car. If you drive through dirt, your car will get dirty by the looks of it, as seen in the teaser. The reflections look amazing. What else can I say? Also, the Horizon logo has changed from Forza Horizon. It was I think they sort of glow in it pink, but I'm not 100% sure what the logo for it would be. But if the logo of the thing to say, I think the logo is pretty much going to be the Forza logo with Horizon at the bottom too. That's what it's going to be, as a Forza 5 logo, which is basically just like Forza and Horizon 2 underneath. Although they made it glow pink, so what do I know? They might change it again. They might just be leaking the logo and then just changing the colour at the end of it. You never know. But they probably won't. That seems like a bit of a far-fetched guess. Also, the skies look amazing. There's in the teaser you can see like loads of mountains. Apparently, if you can see, you can drive to it. So I'm assuming you can drive into those mountains, drive up them mountains. There's probably going to be snow, which is going to be great. And, you know, what else? Well, if you look at some of the screenshots and the details on them, like, there's, like, the grass looks varied, so it's just little things, really, but it looks really cool. There's, like, some, in the sky, you can hear birds, so I'm assuming they're going to have some dodgy bird AI, which is nice. COD last year, you know, with their fish AI, this is going to be bird AI, it's going to be great. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I think about it. Been about 10 minutes in the video, but yeah, that's what I think, and chances are I need to post this quickly, otherwise it's going to come out of date again, because IGN's probably going to post something else. I'm going to leave the links in the description of the screenshots, and the page I got all this information from. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. До свидания.